Pre-taxi, seatbelts on, flaps up, heat on, avionics on, transponders on. Navigators, altimeter set, radio is set. Brakes, tested the brakes. Tested the brakes, turn forward and we'll check that. Okay. Is it ground for taxi, right? Never remember ground here.
35-3, you got it.
Got it right. Brakes check. Coordinator is running. Really? On ground, Skyline 72669, is that Mid Island ready to taxi?
Skyline 72669 or Long Island ground, you need a run up?
We will need a run up, 669.
Number 669, you run up in the wide portion of Alpha and advise when you're complete.
Run up wide portion of Alpha, advise complete, 669. Brake set, fuel on both, trim set, take off, get a light. Check. Run up 1800. Left. Right. Pressure comes up. Oil pressure goes down. Keeps running. Set down. Okay. Power high RPM. Best power. Need pitot heat. Doors locks. Okay. On ground 72669 is ready to go.
72669 runway 6 taxi via Alpha.
Via Alpha 669.
All right, give me a short field takeoff out of here.
72669 Alliance Tower, wind 07014, gust 22, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
6, clear for takeoff, 669. Okay, short field?
Short field, please, yeah.
Okay, flaps 10. Are we, any obstacles in the way or no?
Same obstacles, get it off the ground as quick as you can. Get to 300 feet.
Okay, 6 is 6, we're 6. We're full. Rich prop is in on both. Trim step and takeoff. Full power now. Pitch forward. Airspeed.
6 Lima Bravo, I got a citation about 10 south of the field. Can you give me a short approach on this one?
Affirmative, we can give you a short approach, 456 there, Bravo.
6 Lima Bravo, make short approach runway 6, you cleared, touch and go.
Short approach runway 6,
And we're
clear touch and go, 456 Lima Bravo.
At VY.
72669, your radar contacts altitude.
Leaving 800, 669.
669, you can turn left on course northbound over 1,400 feet.
Left on course, below 1400, 669.
Alright, that was good. Back to 23 inches.
F2, nice slip, citation 92, Victor Romeo, visual approach 6.
Citation 92 Victor Romeo, 1 Ontario, good afternoon. If you could just keep your base square, your number 2, final Sirius on a mile left base. The final wind 08013, gust 21, number 2, runway 6, clear line.
Okay, number 2, runway 6, clear to land with looking for traffic.
Alright, so let's, taking into account the bumps and all that stuff, let's factor that in, but give me like 70 knots, fly this heading out until we release it, hold the 1400, well, don't hit 15, let's put it that way. Okay. And back to 90 knots, no flaps.
Skyline 669, a radar service terminating squawk via 4, frequency changes approved, have a good day.
Take care, 669. What did you say, 70?
70 knots, no flaps, 1400, yeah.
Really pull it back to get that.
Yeah, it takes a while, it's so clean. Did I give you a copy of that racetrack works exercise I printed up?
It did, but I might have, oh, where it is. I gotta find. At 70 knots, the stall horn's going off.
The bump with the gust made it go up.
Knots is going to give us a stall horn.
Right.
I guess you figured that out.
Ignore that horn.
26 Lima Bravo on the down, look for a citation coming up on a 2-mile final.
It's a ball, there you go.
Full look for the traffic, 456 Lima Bravo.
Citation 2 Victor Romeo, see a Sirius on the left down when they're going to follow you.
Okay, 92 Victor Romeo, thank you.
Alright, give me a standard rate right circle to a heading of 330, so the long way around.
330.
330, but go right to get there at 70.
At 70, okay. At 1400.
We're still under the Charlie.
Actually, he cut me loose before.
Yeah, but you're still under the envelope. No, you're still under the shelf.
Traffic inside 456 Lima Bravo.
Tier 6 Lima Bravo, number 2 to follow citation, wind 08014, gust 21, runway 6, clear touch and go.
We're just over Stony Brook. I think they make more money on the parking than they do on the healthcare.
Probably. Box walk.
What's the altitude? That's okay. Straight down on the heading till you get to Smithtown Bay.
Only go 330, right?
330. Yeah, that's going to bring you right to the bay.
Okay. 70 still?
Citation
Still
2
70,
Victor Romeo,
yeah.
stay parking.
Oh, we're going over to Mid-Island.
Citation 2 Victor Romeo, turn right taxiway Bravo, right turn Charlie, cross runway 28, then Sierra Alpha to Mid-Island this frequency.
Bravo, Charlie, cross 28, with you to Mid-Island, 92 Victor Romeo.
Bring flaps to approach, first flaps, and same thing, 70, 1400.
A little bit behind. Power curve.
over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so flaps approach, you're at 70. Give me standard rate turn to the left now, full circle back around to north. So the long way around to north, 1470 knots. And roll out on north at 60 knots. At 1400, yeah.
Okay. Definitely got smoother here.
All the heat coming up. The water's laid down a lot. I'm thinking it's to calm before the storm here.
Long Island Tower, Coast Guard Ox there. 8 on Mike, ready, go, runway 6 at Gulf.
Oak Sierra 81 Mike, Long Island Tower, wind 07014, gust 21, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 6, Coast Guard Ox 8.
Okay, so give me a climb at 60 knots with the flaps as they are. Come up to 2,500 feet descending. So give climb power, 23 squared.
Climb power, okay, at 60?
Yeah.
Full?
20, well, top of the green. That's climb power, at 25.
Oak Sierra 81 Mike, contact the
There you
take the flight.
Departure, good day, 8 Mike.
Just 6 Lima Bravo,
Now
Mike 6.
keep that 60 knots, keep the climb going.
Go, 456.
Standard rate turn to the right, full circle to the right, back to the heading, level at 25. I got the traffic, traffic's good. Standard rate 60 knots, you're right in the coffin corner of the performance envelope right here.
I am.
Hanging on by a paint job.
Yep.
Looks good,
I
looks
can
good.
feel it. It's something I wouldn't do by myself.
You'd be 180 pounds lighter. This is the key to getting in on instrument clearance, to be able to fly slow. Looks good. You've been practicing, it shows.
Remember that day you took me out? I was always afraid of the stall horn.
Yeah.
You took me out, we flew the whole pattern with the stall horn on.
It's a stall warning, that's all it is. It's a controlled leak. That's all it is, it's a leak in the wing. When you level off at 55 knots.
55. You really just want me to stall this fucker?
No, you're not going to stall, not if you level off at 55. I'm trying to get your scan smooth in, that's all. Okay, this is true MCA. The horn is on all the time. And you're flying. Now, what's the most critical thing right now?
Coordination.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But more specifically.
Wings level and,
No. Because we're not wings level, so that didn't matter.
on wings level.
That little black ball.
That's what I'm saying, coordination.
That's a spin. Oh, okay. That's
what I meant by coordination.
Got it. All right, then you hit it. You nailed it. All right, level at 3 at 55.
Getting a little shutter.
Smooth and gentle, that's it. Smooth and gentle. Don't feel the moves coming in.
Full up trim.
Well, 65 is full up trim without power, so that's why the only reason you're in right now is we have power. Okay, 55 and 3000. Get that squared away. Get it so it stays at 55 at 3000. Make smaller changes.
Just trying to drop the...
Yeah, that's fine. Make smaller changes. that it'll stay there by itself for a count of 5. Then you've truly got it trimmed.
I'm trying to get the 3,000.
When you're doing stuff like this, pitch, power, trim is truly one word, because you touch anything, you got to touch the other two. Like you just made a power change. That's rudder and pitch all together. Let me know when you're ready. Watch heading.
Gotta get down a little further than this.
Well, remember you can descend with power too, because you have the airspeed, so you don't want the airspeed to change. Descend with power.
Right.
Just give me a turn back to north.
I think I'm here, right? This is good.
Watch the, yeah, that's easy. Gently, gently, gently.
2614 Delta, about 9 miles to the northeast.
Half standard rate is okay too, once you have it all trimmed up. You just got to get back to where you're going. Okay. That's looking good.
2614 Delta.
Now get that trimmed so it stays there all by itself.
I think I'm
The ball being out is what's making the turn go, so you got to fix that up too.
2614 Delta, Long Island Tower, say request.
I'm gonna
I think right now the ball.
Everybody in this tower has an attitude.
I think I'm good here now.
Count to 5. Let it not change. Okay, watch speed.
55.
Alright.
For 60 Alpha, did you get information, Whiskey?
Alright, so same indications, nothing changes except you go into flaps 2. Now think about what you're going to do. You're going to give lift and drag, so you got to
Yeah, gotta
compensate
put
for
some
those
power in, yep.
so that they don't move.
Okay.
So pitch, power. That's it. You're right on the edge of the power curve, so it's going to be a pretty significant power change. Correct that up now. Just going to open the rest of these cow flaps up. There you go. You work on that. Remember, it's a trade-off, those two gauges. You're just managing energy, that's all you're doing. Watch heading.
And Archer 560 Alpha has...
Roger.
Nice small changes. Just get the trend going where you want it to go.
I want to drop down.
You want to go down, but you can't increase the power, so decrease the power, the airplane will descend. Think about it aerodynamically.
Right.
When you have to change both, then it's pitch power. When you have to change
Yeah,
one,
just
then it's
change
one or the
it
other.
once, okay.
And then the rest of descent with the power. There you go.
Right, that's better.
That's your perfect ILS precision approach,
good.
is descending with power. Okay, standard rate turn back to the left to a 180 heading. 65, 3,000 feet. By the time you get back there,
65 or 55?
I'm 55, I'm sorry, 55 and 3,000 to 180.
Okay.
Relax your body. Okay, just let it fly, there you go. Work it now, increase your scan. I usually scan across here, some people scan in the middle, whatever it takes to make it work for you. Ideally, you don't want to move your head because that can induce vertigo. So you kind of just want to move your eyeballs if you can.
That's what I'm doing.
Relax your grip. Now just ride through the bumps. That's it. You got it. You got it.
Switching 125.7. Code
All right, now tell me what the third notch of flaps does.
Drag.
Mostly drag, a little tiny bit of lift, but not much to matter. So
I got to put more power in.
it's also going to pitch the nose down.
Right.
All right, so we're going to work on, take your time, whenever you're ready. 55, 3,000, 180, flaps full. You're still 20 knots over the VSO stall.
Yep.
So it's not even a consideration. Keep the ball centered.
Yep.
The ball's what's leading you off heading.
Okay, so I'm good there. Ready?
Think about it whenever you're ready. Ideally, we don't want any gauges to change. Airspeed's going down, that's a change in pitch, see it? Push it over, that's it. You're going to see the altitude change here first, because that's good. You got to transfer the energy to make the altitude move. So it's the left gauge is going to hit that first. There you go, you got it. Nice recovery, get back on heading.
Pull the power a little bit.
All right,
Get
so
it-
you tell me when you're comfortable and stable.
5.7.
I got to pull the power just to get down to 3,000.
That's fine. probably outside the bottom left corner of the performance chart right now. We're into R&D right now. That's it, work it, you got it. Make smaller changes. Get the changes going in the right direction and just increase them. You're making the right moves, just don't overdo it. Give it a chance to catch. Just because you move that message has to go all the way back to the tail and back up.
Going slower.
Yeah, it takes a little time to get it straight.
I think that's about pretty close.
Alright, now look at the speed you're in.
Yeah.
We're well into the green arc. Well, you're a little slow now. Get it back to 55.
Getting a little bit.
We're well in the green arc, so you're descending and losing power. So you need a pitch and power change.
Power.
60 Alpha, descend to maintain 2,000.
Down to 2,000.
Now what I'd like to do is, the next thing I want to do is hold the heading. We're in the green arc right now, so we have enough lift without flaps not to stall, correct?
Right.
Okay, so I want you to undo what you just did, but I want the flaps all to come up at once and maintain the 55 to 3,000 at heading.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep. There, 1 Tango Whiskey.
So get it stable on those numbers first.
Yep. Pretty much stable there.
Give me that 50 feet back and 5 knots. 5 knots is the world. Now when you take all those flaps up, you're going to immediately an increase in speed, but you're going to lose lift too. So you're going to need a pitch back and power reduction.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready, you do it. But it's one move, all one move, yeah. Do it. Keep everything in front of you the same. This is your scan working. Watch the speed now, there you go. Pitch it down. Pitch it over, power back. All that drag is gone. That's a lot of drag. Easy, easy. That's small moves. That's good. All right, so take a turn back to a heading of 90 degrees, let's say. Go left to 90. Put it back in the condition it was in. It was at 55 knots with full flaps at 3,000. And now think about what happened. You immediately got speed and added power, so that made you climb.
Yep.
1 Tango Whiskey, radar contact 8 miles northwest East Hampton, ice altimeter 3032.
Watch the ball. As you get busier, you're going to see your scan start to compress, so you got to, every once in a while, just hit reset.
Full trim up right now.
Okay. Work the altitude back, work the heading. Get it all trimmed up. Take your time. Get it stable because you want to work from a stable platform. You know what's going to happen when you bring the flaps up. Bring them all in now. Get it all set and then trim it up.
Or put the flaps in?
Yeah, I want to get back to where we were before we took
I'll
them
put
out.
the flaps in. Alright?
There you go.
I was going to put them all in.
Takes a lot of power to gain 5 knots. You're plowing
when you're
through the
behind
air.
the air.
Sure, you're just plowing through the air.
60 Alpha, turn right heading 360.
360, 60 Alpha.
There's still more power available. Look at your green arc.
Yeah.
There you go. Slow and easy is the way to do it. It'll come back. You were at 45 knots, now you come at 50. Work your way back slow. You notice every time you increase power, you end up drifting off to the right on the heading.
Yeah, just my...
It's a rudder, sure. Okay, now we've climbed all the way back up to 55 knots.
Right.
Alright, so get it stable. And then we're going to do the same thing. But now it's predictable what's going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of drag, and you're going to lose a lot of lift.
Right.
So make the corrections in. Think about it for a minute. And make corrections in right mind.
Maintain 2,000 till Yoser.
Alright, we're going to lose drag.
Well, get stable. Get 55 and 60. Start from a good spot.
ILS 6.
The nice thing about bringing the flaps up all at once is the motor's predictable. It's going to take them all out at the same speed. The unpredictability is that there's a lot of drag now, then a little bit of drag, then a little bit less. And the speed is the other way around.
Approach helicopter 982 Office off of Brookhaven for North Shore, landing 6 November 5.
Alright, so I'm trimmed up for 55 and 3.
When you're set, and all I want to see this stay all the same. The only thing that's going to move is the attitude indicator, of course, and the flap handle.
Alright, ready?
I'm all set. Give it a wrap. Push it over and bring the power back because you're losing drag. See it? Look at the airspeed. That's it. You got it. You nailed it. The reverse rudder thing, you went to left, but that's, look, do you see what it is? Power has to come back inversely as the flaps do.
Yes, yes.
Alright, that's nice.
Zulu Alpha, you're ready to contact 5 miles north of the Brookhaven.
Alright, come back to level at maneuvering speed, 3,000 is heading. Let's use 100 knots.
3032, we'll let you take North Shore, landing 6 November 5, 982 Alpha.
Roger. Seven 278 Yankee near departure ident, climb maintain 7,000.
It's nice and smooth, okay. Go back to 100, get all trimmed up nice and easy. Alright, take a breather. What I want to do next, I want to do the 60 degrees steep turns, okay? Let's give those a shot. I use 60 only because it's easier to line it up. You only have to do 55, it's your call, whatever you want to do.
Okay, this is 60 there, right?
Nope, that's 30.
60's here.
10, 20, 30, 60, 90. So whatever you want to do with the 60 or 90, go in slow. Remember, at 30 degrees, everything switches. Elevator becomes rudder, rudder becomes elevator. If you pull back to increase your altitude, you're going to increase the rate of the turn. The only way to get the altitude back is to go back off on the bank, get it back, and then go forward to it. All it's showing you is you're behind on trim. So trim a little bit going into it, push it into it, and then at 30, give it a couple of swipes to keep it there. Your power change is going to happen between 20 and 30 degrees of pitch of a bank,
right.
because that's when you traded so much vertical lift for horizontal lift. Whenever you're ready, take your time to prep it up.
2 miles west of
So we're looking for plus or minus 50, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 5.
We're looking for 6 and I, so go whiskey.
And there's no rush to get to the 60 degrees of bank. So use 30 or 40 degrees to get there. Go in nice and slow to get there.
So Deer Park, what's your call sign?
Now, before you go, hold on one second. The only other difference between the private and the commercial, besides the different specs and 60, is that you do one to the left, one to the right. There's no break in between.
Gotcha.
For private, you would go through one, stop, reconfigure, go through. It's a figure 8 in its own spot. So nice and smooth in whenever you're ready.
I'll make sure I'm at 100.
Yeah, get everything trimmed up. Make sure it's flying hands off where you want it. And then you know what the corrections are that you have to make.
Alright, I think this is probably...
Okay, you going left or right?
Left.
Left first, okay,
Clear.
traffic looks clear.
Okay.
Nice and slow in. So you've lost speed because you're climbing. Push that. Watch that gauge. That airspeed's key right there. There's 30. All right, give it 2 smacks of trim now. Okay, now work it through. Keep that ball centered. Keep going. Look at the airspeed. It's down. The altimeter's up. Push it over. Push in. That's it. That'll build it back. Up and down 2 or 3 degrees. That's all you're going. Take your time to get there. We don't have to do it all at once. Trade off the altitude for the airspeed. That's good. All right, there's about 35. 40 degrees. Keep going. You're looking good. Bring it over to the 60 degrees and that altitude will go away and the airspeed will stabilize. You got it now. Don't look at the DG. It's going to process. That's about 45 degrees. Now look at the trend of your airspeed. That's it. It's increasing. There you go. Roll out when you're ready. Okay, and it's a push to come out, right? You got that.
Yeah.
All right, take a minute so you don't get.
I think that was better than I had to.
Much better, much better.
Okay.
But you know I'm going to keep pulling that carrot away. You know that, right?
I know, I get you. Listen.
No, that's much better.
That's why I like it. All right.
So now we got to maybe about 45, 50 degrees of bank, and it was going good. This thing right here, if there's no other gauge
what I did there when I was dropping the nose, I did put the right rudder in. It did pull me up.
It will. But that's a band-aid
I know.
for being behind on trim.
I know.
Right here, you can't let this get 2 knots either side, because by the time it gets here, it's 20 feet over here, and that's half of your acceptable tolerance. So make sure that airspeed stays pinned, and once you get past 30, you're going to lose airspeed. You got to bring in a little bit of power, about an inch or 2. You don't even look at the manifold pressure. Just change the tone. Give it a shot whenever you go. You want to go right or left, whatever you want to do is fine.
I'll try right this time.
You're going to be better at one than the other. Everybody is.
I think I'm probably better at left, but. Alright.
Alright, so let's stabilize the heading here, just so you have a place to start. Make sure it's at 100. You might want to try this. It might be easier for you at a little more speed. 100 is kind of maneuvering speed. You don't have to do it at any speed, but you need a little more speed. So maybe try 110. There'll be a difference. You'll see a difference in the way it handles.
Well, here we're good.
Okay. Make sure it's all good. Whenever you're ready, you going right, you said?
Gonna go right.
Okay, right, looks clear. Just stay in it until you're not comfortable. I mean, just work on trying to get it. Airspeed's coming up already, so down. So see, that transfer went to there. Easy, gently, 2 or 3 degrees pitch up and down. That's all. There you go, looking good. Ball centered. You're through about 35 degrees, going on 40. Keep it coming in. Now's when it's going to start to pitch down. You're going to see the airspeed increase. Be careful. That's 40. Keep going. You got to get to the next white mark. Bring it around one more full circle if you can. Relax your grip. Let the airplane fly. That's 45 right there. Keep going. That's it. Trim is the answer. You should be able to make this thing do it by itself. You should be able to let go of it. Relax your grip so you can feel it. Let go of it. Nothing's going to happen. Probably going to fly better. Now you can see the small change you need. You need a little more power. No top rudder. You're going to push it out. That's it. Just like that. Bring it over, hold it there like that. That's it. Now a little bit more power and push forward because you're climbing, but you want to get the speed back in there. A little bit less pitch. Get the bank back in. All right, now we're to the sides of the performance envelope.
So we're doing pretty good here.
No, it looks great. It looks great.
This is good.
Roll out on that heading right there. Remember, it's a push and a pitch. You're hitting your own wake, so you're close. You're real close. There you go. Roll it out. Get that ball in. Okay, good. Take a break and a breath. That was the best I've seen yet.
That's nice. You know, it was nice to see that I could do that with the pitch and I could take my hands off it more in the
You can. You'll be able to, when you get better.
You realize you're not fighting the plane.
Yeah, you had it very, very close. Again, I can't emphasize enough how important airspeed is.
A little more power and that would have been...
Yeah, it would have got, but it's not at that angle, it's not a little bit of power, it's a whole bunch of power, but then it's a whole bunch of rudder and a whole bunch of pitch. So you want to make the changes, that's what I'm saying. Just if you're down low, just see it transitioning the right way, even slow, because then you haven't disturbed everything else. Take a break if you need it, we'll do one more to the left.
I'm ready.
You'll move, you gotta be at 100. Or unless you want to do 90, if you pick a different speed, that's fine.
I think 100's easy to keep it at. I think that was better at 100 now.
Try 110 maybe 110's a sweeter spot for you. You ended up being a little bit light on power, so remember at 110 you have less power reserve available than you do at 100.
Right.
That's kind of why I use VA, because it's just a better number. But whatever you're comfortable at.
See.
You're seeing the transfer here to here, right?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
This goes up, that goes down. This goes up, that goes down.
Pretty much. Welcome to aviation.
Now I can pull the prop back and...
Now that same feeling you should get in 60 degrees of bank, or
right,
or
and that's what I had before.
You felt it, yeah. You were very, very close, very close.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed that you could actually take your hand off and fly in the circle.
The amazing part is when you do that, it actually flies better because you're not putting in all these
with it,
inputs. Yeah.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, left or right? Where are we going?
Left.
Left side is clear. Let it rip.
Okay.
Nice and slow. Go in slower. That's it. You shouldn't have it all in till you get about here. Now look at your speeds drop down and your altitude hasn't changed, so you need that power change. No, you need the power change, not pitch. That's it. That's it. Keep the ball centered. Okay, there's 30. Keep going. Keep everything stable. Watch that airspeed. If you don't change the power and that airspeed changes, it's a pitch problem. That's good. That's 45. Give it a... There you go. Give it a second. Let go. See if you get it here. What's it doing now? It's increasing speed. You got a little too much power. Keep going to 60. That's it. You're going to be perfect for 60. Now when you get there, try to get the airspeed back to 100. Don't look at the DG. Watch the out. There you go. Back a little bit, but pitch up. Pitch up. Too much rudder. You're going to cause too much drag. There you go. Work it back slow. Nice and slow. Take it out of that account and put it over here. There you go. You got it. You're at 60 now. Get it stable, and then look outside. Look what you're doing. You got it standing on its wing. Okay, break out of it. Nice and slow. Pitch, but bring the rudder with you. Bring the rudder when you come out. That's it. Nice and slow. Push over. Okay. A little bit of this goes a long way. Take a minute to get your head back screwed. Yep. You've got it now. Now you just got to translate it to your hands. You got it. You get the whole deal. The aerodynamics of it is what you have to understand. Yeah. But the airspeed indicator is everything. I mean, a knot there is causing...
Especially when you're in that...
especially when you're that close in the bottom corner of the envelope like that. You have got a lot of knots left.
Yeah, that was pretty good turns.
No, they're great. They were fine. They were fine. We're going to polish. What I want to do is I want you to think about it. Go in slower. It gives you a chance to take up everything.
To get used to it.
If you don't get to the 60 to 90 degrees, so what?
They don't
as
care.
long as
they
it's
don't
smooth.
care.
Don't make it. No. There's nothing that says you have to be in there.
They just want to see you hit it and that you're good.
They want to see you get there. Stay there a little bit, but
like
each phase they want to see.
Guys that are weightlifting, you got to put it up there, leave it up there for 10 seconds, and then
hold it there, smooth out. It's the in and out. By the time you get to 30 degrees, I can tell if it's going to work or not. Because at that point, if you haven't made a couple of pitch and trip changes, it's going to fall apart.
Right,
it's going to
fall apart. So you got to put whoop power and then
figure out your power.
Fine tune it after.
You know, I mean, I don't even know if you're going to see it. Let me see. Yeah, you do see it. It's about an inch or two, but it's just a tone change. That's all you need, because you don't want the speed to go nuts.
Right.
And you can see it once it starts to go. It's a shitstorm. It just, everything falls apart.
Yeah, you feel it in the seat.
All right. So how much time do you have?
I got time.
I've got to meet the owner of one of the jets I'm flying and a customer. He's trying to sign up at about 3 at Farmingdale. If you want to come with me,
Yeah, sure.
I can show you the jet later or before, depending. I'm just going to need about a half hour with them to play with them. You can hang out there if you want. Or we can go in now and I can drive over, whatever you want to do.
How is it now? It's
20 to 22.
Yeah, I can.
If I'm in the car by 2, I'm fine.
Think I'll get me back to Islip by 4?
I don't know that for sure. I mean, I'm thinking a half hour, but
yeah, I got to be, because I have to be back for something. So.
All right, let's go back in and do some spot landings.
All right, fine.
And we'll work on that. Okay, so I turned this guy down. There we go. All right. Knock some of the dust off your copy of Stick and Rudder.
46.9.
And read a chapter 2 of that, especially about rudder.
Vicinity of the airport. All departures except closed traffic. Contact clearance delivery on 121.85. Advise on initial contact. You have information whiskey. Line tower information whiskey 1656 Zulu observation. Wind 070 at 14. Gust 19er. Visibility 10. Sky conditions view 4000. Ceiling 15,000. Overcast. Temperature 16, dew point 6, altimeter 3032. Visual approaching use, landing departing runway 6. Notices to airman runway 1028 closed. ILS runway 6 localizer unusable beyond 2 degrees left of runway center line. Isolate.
Approach Skyline 72669er. And this down too.
I had it up. Check, push it.
Last contact again.
Skyline 72669. We have whiskey. We're over just over the Fort Jeff stacks, looking for coming back to Iceland.
669, York approach squawk 4361.
4361, 669.
Okay, you can head back in. Now, what I want you to do now, let's do a secondary stall series back down to 1,500 feet.
Okay.
So get it into a stall, hold it in a stall. This is a rudder exercise. Wings level, ball center, just let it stall, fall, stall, fall, stall.
Like
fall.
falling leaf?
Like a falling leaf, exactly like a falling leaf.
3,000 feet.
From 3, let's get down to 2 or 1,500 or something like that.
So
and stay aimed at
with the flaps in or no?
full flaps.
0 Alpha Zulu, descend to maintain 4,000.
Bleed your speed off. And it's all about wings level and ball centered.
669, radar contact 2 miles west of the Port Jeff stacks, the ice spot center 3033. You can join the left downwind, runway 6.
Left down for 666.
Okay, so you're joining it right now.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
On the way.
Holy.
So
York approach Cherokee 1400 at our hotel.
You want me to stall it?
oh yeah, keep it in the stall. That's all. Bring the power back.
They're 5-8 Mike Whiskey,
Take
York
the power
approach.
away. Pull it back all the way out. Keep that ball centered.
394 traffic and your 12 o'clock left of the mile, maneuvering 1,400.
Now what's going to happen is the wings level and the ball are going to be directly tuned into you. Take the power away.
Who else was calling for flight following?
Cherokee
Now watch your heading.
1400 hotel is
Get it
2
over to
miles
heading.
to the east of the north.
Power off.
1,500 climbing, requesting flight following.
Power off, that's it. Now hold it for the stall. Take the power all the way away. There you go.
They're
Hold
5-8
it.
Mike Whiskey, New York approach, the ice spot center
There it goes.
3032.
It's going to keep going. This is all you're doing. And we're steering it to the airport.
Approach 36.
It's just.
I'm off. It's all you. Hold this back and just keep ball level, wings, ball centered, wings level. Keep it back.
Skyline
Keep it in full.
669er, contact ice to tower 119.3.
Or tower 669.
That, you got it. Call the tower. Tell them you're descending to 2,000.
Tower Skyline 72669 is inbound and descending to 2,000.
Wings level, ball centered. This is 7 stall.
Tower, good afternoon, sir. Put the field left down on my 6.
Left down for 669.
Wings level, you got it. Didn't even have any fear in your voice. He doesn't even know what we're doing. Now, to truly do it, keep this in. Don't release this, and it'll become more stable. See it? It's more predictable now.
Yeah, just kind of keep it coordinated.
And if it goes to shit, just let go of it. It wants to fly. Down to 1500, level at 15, and bring it back to normal. I'm off it. Hold it back. You got it.
I really hold it back.
It makes it more consistent. You're not adding to the seesaw. Okay, come level now. Slowly bring it, just recover. Bring the flaps up, get a little more speed. Take the flaps out. There you go, perfect. Nothing like 1,500 feet of stalls.
That'll make me nauseous.
Just to open the air on yourself.
The turns didn't make me nauseous. That made me.
Pop the window open.
All right.
Alright, so we'll do one back here. No flap approach. I want you to land on 1,000-foot markers, the big blocks. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my
unspinning your head.
back.
Just heading over the lake a little more. You're going for runway 6. Tremendous improvement over last time.
Yep.
This is what I had to do with Brett in the winter. Brett would get so nauseous so fast. I'd be freezing to death with the windows open in January. Okay, just head in. He's looking for your midfield, about 1,100 feet. Now remember, no flaps. You really got to manage the airspeed because it's going to be tough to lose it to put it where you want to put it.
Okay.
And you're allowed to slip if you have to. The goal is to be on those painted blocks.
Number 60 Center, you are number 1, runway 6, wind 070 at 15, gust 20, you are clear to land.
Clear land 669. I guess the gusts will help me. A spot landing is just, is power off spot landing, or is it,
Well, no, this is a precision landing.
Precision,
Spot landing is you come a beam the numbers, pull the power somewhere and have to make it. This is you have to use your skills to get it to land normally. We're on a predetermined spot.
Long Island Tower, you got medevac 247, Mike Tango, Stony Brook,
Medevac 347.
You want to be at about 80 knots now, so you already got 20 knots to lose.
The field, they do have inbound traffic training for the GPS runway 15 right.
All right, expediting, and you have traffic coming in for 15 right, 347, Mike Tango, thanks.
they don't care how far out you start, right?
Nope. He's cleared you to land. Touchdown speed is about 70 to 75 knots at the weight we're at, so see that. Now remember, your sight angle, your picture is going to look different too because you haven't got that pitch down from the flaps. Can't drag it in, you gotta be kind of on the VASI. Low now. There you go. Oh, watch the speed, you're about 10, easily 10 knots too fast. It's gonna bring you to those big blocks there, the 1,000-foot markers.
21394 is inbound. GPS 15 right, circle, land for a touch and go, runway 6.
And they're at 21394, Long Tower, good afternoon, sir. Q inbound, training for a 15 right. Would you like to do the low approach of a 15 right, or you want to do an early turn for the downwind for runway 6? What would you like?
You're gonna be sure.
Right brake.
Trade the speed for the altitude. Now, you don't want the speed, you want the altitude.
And lifeguard, I'm sorry, number 394, thank you, sir. Just put the right brake for the left, I'm sorry, the right brake for the left down for runway 6.
Yeah, right, left downwind, runway 6.
Relax your hands.
394.
You got it. Let it come down. You can't rush it. Alright, not bad. Just landed. That's fine.
Last way I said my tango to the west taxiway. You are clear to land. You can try
Nicely done.
meeting with me.
Roger, clear to land. 347, Mike.
Number 669er, next turn please midfield. Where you parking?
Going to Island 669.
Well, ground as you exit. We'll see ya.
Ground, thanks 669.
Number 394, just want to understand you want to make the right brake for the left down for runway 6. You want to do a touch and go on 6, and you want to go back to approach control for another ILS. Is that correct?
Well, almost at the peak.
After that.
Okay, Roger. On your upwind of 6, plan on a turn to the right, but I'll give you a specific heading when you're on that.
Very well, plan on that. Thanks.
Ground Skyline 72669. I was off 24 on 6 on Bravo. Ground Skyline 72669 is off 6 on Bravo.
72669 Long Island ground taxi to Mid Island via Charlie Sierra. Alpha cross runway 28 Charlie.
Charlie Sierra cross 28 at Charlie.
What makes it such a good, smooth landing? And I don't want to hear skill. Give me some other answer.
What made it a smooth landing?
Yeah.
Oh, I stalled it, and I stalled it as we landed. So there was there was nothing left. There was no energy left to go anywhere.
Right, and what else? More. That's secondary to this.
I had the
trim is.
Trims all the way.
Go all the way back. It's really tough to make it land like that if you don't have the trim already canceled.
The old 737, huh?
That's a tub, man.
Yeah, it looks so old.
Somebody dumps a lot of money in that thing to keep that flying.
Old engines.
Probably got to be a private owner. On the center. Commercial pilot on the center. Alright, so I'm going to leave you alone with the 60-degree steep turns. You do them a little bit, keep them going. Yep. We're going to move on to Shondells and Lazy 8, so read about them.
Right.
And whenever we fly again, we'll start with the Shondells, that's easier. And the Lazy 8's just laying on horizon at 8. You start here and you end up here. It's a bunch of, it's a whole bunch of series of little moves, and you pick quarter and eighth parts of it to figure out where you're going to be. You kind of make it into like an octagon kind of thing.
Right, okay. Break it down.
Just break it into pieces and be somewhere at each one.
Well, I'm glad we didn't cancel today.
I stand corrected. I was going by the forecast. It looked like it was going to be a shitstorm. And the other thing is, it was calling for much lower visibility. We wouldn't have had a horizon. Right. It did, so that made a big difference.
Had all the planes banged around different ways here.
It looks like a junkyard. Not a line guy in sight.
Alright, it's good.